What is up, people? Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to review the second James Bond movie, From Russia with Love. Before we get started, go down and leave a comment and saying what video you want me to do. And whoever leaves a comment first, their video gets to come up in the next week or so. Something like that. So, anyway, no more introduction. And yeah, as I said, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Go and switch it to all or personalized, whatever you want. I don't really care. I'm not as familiar with that. Anyway, let's get started. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started with the good. My personal favorite stuff in this movie are all the spy stuff. Specifically the stuff with Tatiana Romanova. So technically she's the main Bond girl, and she's going from the side of bad to the side of good. And it's interesting the way it's done. Could have been better executed? Well, definitely. And then the other part to it is Karen Bay, the main outlaw of the movie. He's working with Bond, and then it's like Bond was working with him, and they're trying to, I forgot what they're trying to do, but they're trying to get in the Orient Express. I know that. And later, in this scene right now, they're looking at that guy in the back. His name is Kirilenko. I don't remember. He's not American. But anyway, yeah. And then another good thing in this movie is the action scenes, especially the train fight, and are great. The train fight against Rio Grant is just one of the best fight scenes in all of Bond. Not quite as good as the Oddjob fight in Goldfinger. I do think that's a little better, but this is almost just as good. The other great action scene is the gypsy camp fight. In the middle of the fight scene with these two women, which I'll talk about that in the mixed stuff. After that you have this fight scene, which I think this is one of the best action sequences in the Connery era. Not the best, nowhere near actually, but it's a great action scene. And then you also have the helicopter scene, similar to North by Northwest, which that's also great, as well as the scene with the boat chase. Even though it's a little tacked on, but I can get over that. The fight with Clive is a little anticlimactic, but I can get over that. So overall, the action's great in this one. It does get improved on in Goldfinger, but overall, it's great. The next thing is the plot. The plot it's a little bit confusing to explain, but it involves the Orient Express and Kronstein, one of the villains, trying to it's a little confusing. You have to watch the movie to understand it a little bit more. But I can't really explain it, so I'm not going to, and I'm not really even going to try. Another great thing in this movie is that Connery gave an incredible performance. Not his best. I think he did a little bit better in Goldfinger, but this is just great. I have nothing else to say. He gave an awesome performance. He's so smooth and suave. This kind of feels like his usual performance, but that usual is great. You also have great villains in Kronstein, Blofeld, and Klebb. I think my favorite's probably Blofeld. This is still before they revealed his face, so I guess it was great. And then Kronstein is underutilized, and so same with Klebb, but I think Klebb is great. The final great thing in this movie is Tatiana Romanova as the Bond girl, or Tanya. She is on the screen right now, as you can see. She's not my favorite Bond girl. I prefer Honey Rider from Dr. No, as well as Pasicula from Goldfinger, because at the same time, she does feel a little on the annoying side, but in general, she's a great Bond girl. Not quite top 10, but at least top 20. So she's not in the bad tier, like Cara Malovey from The Living Daylights, or Stacey Sun from A View to a Kill. So overall, I think she's great. Great! I'm gonna go too far with this. Now we have the mixed stuff. Easily the biggest mixed thing in this movie is the gypsy camp scenes. Some of them are pretty cool, I guess, but they're not that good. They slow things down quite a bit, and so I don't have any more footage, but they just slow things down, especially the fight between the two ladies to get the man, I guess. I don't really remember, but it goes on for way too long. At least the fight scene after that's great. Another mixed thing in this movie is that the pacing is kind of slow, but at the same time, I can get over that because this movie is great. It's one of the best Bond movies in my opinion. Spoiler alert. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say, but I think the mixed stuff, there isn't that much mixed stuff in my opinion, but I think this is kind of a mixed thing because I can't say it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Have the bad stuff.
Let me think. Now that I think about it, there really isn't anything bad in this movie. I think there's a few mixed things, but there's nothing bad in it. So really, I have nothing to say in the bad category. So before we get started the miscellaneous category, I want to mention one thing, is that Ian Fleming had a cameo in this movie by the Orient Express. I know, people, this is shocking. It's positively shocking. But anyway, let's get started with the miscellaneous and final category. So I think the villains are great. Tatiana is a pretty good Bond girl. The Istanbul location is great. And seeing the gypsy camp is creative for a Bond movie, at least up to this point. And, what was I going to say? The Orient Express is a cool setting to put like a little bit of the second half in. It's cool. You don't really spend that much time anywhere else, but I think the locations are great. There's not really a villain's lair, and there kind of is, but that layer is one of the weakest ones. But anyway, so for my final score, I'm giving this film a 9.7 out of 10. Yup, it's that good. I love this movie. It is one of my favorite Bond movies, and it'll almost always be. And you know what's funny? When I watched this a little bit about a year ago for the first time, and I actually didn't like it, but then I rewatched it when I was watching through all 24 Bond movies, and then I actually really liked it. And then I watched it again to know if I was going crazy or my thoughts solidified. Apparently my thoughts solidified. And this is one of my favorite Bond movies, and probably my favorite Connery Bond movie. It's not my favorite Bond movie. It's probably like my 5th or 6th, but I think this movie is great, or awesome, or incredible. However far you can go with it.